All right,
That's weird.
We're back live. We're back. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do my 7th call. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm FiSat, joined by Whitney on the call. Make sure that you are following the official SSBL Twitch. And join us on the Discord for everything SSBL related. You can become a manager, submit players, and in fact, submissions are open right now. You can find out more information at the link below. This one is hit deep by Harry Von Crum, tracking back at the track at the wall. He's out of here. Von Crum goes deep, and the lead is back to 9. That was weird, Whitney, because that wasn't like the stream crashing. It was just OBS just straight up stopping.
Did you start recording again? I know
Yes.
we could push these straight to YouTube, but you know, just in case. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I started recording again.
Yeah, that's really strange. I've never had OBS crash on me.
Nope, that's inside. Outside.
That was interesting. Full count to Sponge Cooper here. You're gonna have to miss 10 seconds. I missed 10 seconds of it as he gets on there. Hey, Cooper, watch it. Our star player of the future is there. I'm gonna have to have a word with Sponge Cooper. As that is a roller, KDC throw the first, not in time. Will Freishack too fast, despite getting hit with Sponge Cooper's bat. Sponge Cooper, he's a seasoned tour. He thinks he can do anything, but he's got to be conscientious there. He can't be throwing around bats like that. KDC throw the first in time. Dragons score 1. We'll head to the top of the 8th inning. Astaire, Wahlberger, Vern Knight due up for the overdrafts.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
Sponge Cooper, more like Sponge Pooper. Aggie,
Ball outside.
I'm out to just time him out.
Ball inside.
yeah, here we go. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Now batting, the catcher, number 44.
There we go.
Strike.
That deserves it.
Steal.
All right, we will untime that as he rings him up there.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 16.
Did you learn your lesson, Aggie? You can make jokes. They have to be good jokes. As that one is up the middle.
They need 1% effort. That was like -6.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 35.
That was like Mario Wrestles and Alfonso Sims starting. No, you can make jokes about Dragons players. Like, you can jar me if you want. But you can't make bad jokes about Dragons players. You can't make bad jokes about anybody. Did you learn your lesson, Aggie? I feel like if anybody's seen Bo Burnham's special, I feel like I'm talking to the sock.
Ooh, that was
That one just misses the zone, so runners on first and second. And here's 3 for 4, Nick Straining. He has been a highlight for this overdraft team here today.
Yeah, he's got another opportunity for another 3-run shot. Can he be the Woody Arbor of the overdrafts?
It would bring the overdrafts within 6. This game is not over yet. 0-2 count, 2 Straining. Right side, that gets past the middle of Sponge Cooper. Runner's gonna head home. Runner's also heading to third. Sawyer elects to throw home. Von Crum cuts it off. So Nick Straining continues his day. He's now 4 for 5. And now here is Jackson Moore. One swing and this is a 5-run game. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Pasta.
One swing and the overdraft still need more than a grand slam.
1-2 count as Scottish is up to 71 pitches now. Right side, past the glove of Sponge Cooper. And
Sponge Cooper getting picked on a bit there.
that's now the 4th earned run from Scottish rather. And here comes Do Something in relief. Now we're one swing away from Grand Slam territory. This game is not over yet.
We're one swing away from a big swing away from a brand new ball game.
Sponge didn't like the talking to I gave to him after he nearly decapitated me. Well, that's a walk from team, and that's going to load the bases for Daniel Winkler.
Ooh, Dan the man.
One swing,
He's
and it's a
known- he-
3-run game.
He's known for some dramatic home runs. Let's see, does Daniel Winkler have any on the season? He actually has 4 home runs this season. Didn't have a very long stint this season. He might have also been one of those mid-season call-ups for the overdrafts, but it's going to ground out to end the inning here.
So overdraft's not dead yet. They cut the lead by another 2. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Marzo Star Diaz due up for the Dragons.
Now pitching.
And now do it for Boss. Mango Anaya will come in. Do we have stats on Anaya for this season?
Let's see, Anaya. I unsorted the book because I couldn't find Liam Boss, and then ended up never talking about him. Let's see, Mango Anaya, 17 and a third innings, 18 earned runs off of 25 hits and 10 runs, 12 strikeouts, a 9.34 ERA, and a 2.02 WHIP.
Here is
Overdrafts
Sorry,
just need to
continue.
Overdrafts need to just force a 3 and out, get the ball back, and score a touchdown, send us into overtime.
We have seen crazier things as Gary Starr gets walked. He's had a great evening. Here is Steven Diaz now.
Thank you, Pasta.
Number
What did Pasta say?
LOL.
KDC throw to second in time, to throw to first in time. They get the Dragons special against the Dragons. Head to the top of the 9th. Dragons 3 outs away from taking game number 1.
That's the 3 and out.
number
They just need to get the touchdown now. Maybe they'll go for 2.
Well, the Overdrafts are only 2 runs away from equaling the Cyclones. The Dragons equal the Bombers with 14.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Some scarily similar things occurring in these 2 games.
We'll count to league, and that will be fouled off. Esposito, throw to first. In time, 1 gone. Dragons 2 outs away. Well, Teams was the number 3 starter for the Dragons. Actually ended up making it to the All-Star game. He's in relief here as Cooper, throw to first. In time for the second out, Gregory has taken his position as the number 3.
number 44.
Number 4 now, Burnswell for the Dragons.
Last chance, got to go for the Hail Mary here.
Dragons 1 strike away from ending this game. Fouled off. Just misses inside. 2-2. Fouled off. Great
That was
at bat
mean.
here from Wahlberger. Great at bat.
Nope, that's outside.
Earns a full count. Hey, if he gets on board. No, he will not. Swing and a miss. Wahlberger
Jar.
goes down.
Jar.
Swing. What? What?
If he hits on base, strike 3.
Listen, you can't jar me. I'm calling the game. I'm just calling it as I see it. I see it. The Dragons take this one 14-7. Only out hit the Overdrafts by 1. Overdrafts can't make the most of their base running opportunities. Take a look at the stats. And can you do predictions? Everyone getting a hit for the Overdrafts except for KDC. The only one who misses out, straining a 4 for 5 with that 3-run shot. For the Dragons, 5 different home run hitters. Everyone getting in on the action. Von Crum, Cooper, Marzo, Star, Diaz all go the distance. Gary Starr goes 3 for 4. Harry Von Crum gets a triple. Loss will go to Nero Bammer, and the win will actually go to Woody Scottish. 3 earned runs given up by Hansen, 7 earned runs given up by Bammer. He joins the party of Mario Wrestles and Alfonso Sims. Nick Straining will be your player of the game, interestingly enough, followed by Gary Starr and then Vanessa Marzo. Well, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we've got the ball players at the Wildcats. You're watching the SSBL right here on Twitch.
Close your eyes, see paradise. Won't change your mind. Can't shake the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. I want it all, just for the night. I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't chain me down, I feel so alive. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. 'Cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. It's what I waited for.
We are heading into our nightcaps of game. First, we've got ball players at Wildcats. It is Becky Mess versus Leonard Northwest. And Whitney, what are you thinking for this matchup?
It's going to be a battle between a really potent offense and a really potent starting pitching staff. This ball players team has got a lot of powerful bats on the team, and it'll be crucial to get started early, especially against a pitcher the caliber of Becky Mess.
That one popped up. DDC says, just checking in, big wins for the announcers. Obviously rigged. Obviously. I mean, to be fair, we are the ones who make the files too. And you were the one who did the stat progression. So, I mean, it certainly doesn't look good. Which is why we have Squared on tomorrow. This one's right side. Caught by Bash Sluggington.
Now batting the first baseman, number 23.
Brings up Rick De La Stick. And what can you tell me about Becky Mess?
Let's take a look here. Becky Mess, 28 and a third innings, only 8 earned runs given up, 25 hits, 9 walks, 14 strikeouts, a 2.5 ERA, and a 1.2 WHIP.
That one is through the gap, and I mean, Rick De La Stick. Talk about a fantastic rookie campaign from, if I remember correctly, the number 3 overall pick.
Yes, I think you're correct there. Was really, in my opinion, was battling for Epic Rookie of the Year, but kind of struggled in the second half. Let me see if I can find his second half real fast. Only went 6 for 31. Was doing a lot better before that, but I don't really know how to finish that sentence because the inning ended. A+ commentary here.
So we're heading to the bottom of the inning. Rig Porter.
Number 3.
One thing that's going to be a challenge tonight, Becky Mess comes into the season so far, hasn't allowed a home run. And of all places, this being her home park, and against this team that has a lot of firepower, that's going to be a hard thing to keep up.
Well, here is Chico Island facing off against Leonard Northwest.
Leonard Northwest has a 5.5 ERA off of 18 innings pitched this season with 11 earned runs. a 17 to 13 strikeout to walk ratio, has a 1.83 whip.
Number 30.
Round out there quickly, 2 gone, and here is Rustin Baldwin.
Inside.
3-1 count to Baldwin.
Take your base.
And he misses the zone. So Baldwin is aboard first base runner for the Wildcats.
Shortstop.
And here is you.
Number 5.
And you're going to ground out to Murph Kelly. You got to do better there, Whitney. Went to the top of the
Yeah.
second. Black, Barker, and Tucker do it for the ball players.
Now batting,
You said
the
Black
third
Barker. I'm
baseman,
like, I don't remember a player
number
named Black
27.
Barker.
That's a very racist name, too.
Here,
1-2 count to Matthias Black. And he
Ooh.
gets rung up there. Becky Mess locking it in.
the left fielder.
Ugly swing there, swinging at one at his below his knees.
And now here is one of Aggie's 2 dogs, and he's going to ground out to you, Whitney, for the second out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 40.
Brings up Nathan Tucker.
Outside. Ball one. Take your base.
And that's going to be a walk issued by Mess.
Now batting, the second
And here he
baseman,
is, a no good, very bad, awful season of homer runs, who's actually turned it around a little bit.
Yeah, he started to put a few things together towards the end of the season. Homer runs, actually battled back to get a 246 batting average. 14 for 57's got 10 singles, 2 doubles, and 2 home runs, 10 RBIs on the season. So really started off poorly, but has battled back nicely.
Tucker gets thrown out, stealing second there. We head to the bottom of the second. Hiker, Fury, Slayington, 2 up.
the designated hitter, number 22.
Hiker up now has actually had a worse season at the plate, hitting only 230 on the season. 14 for 61, has got 11 singles, a double, 2 homers. Bit of surprise as this old vestige, he gets rung up there. Out number 1. The back-to-back duo of Hiker and Fury has been not that great this season, as Fury himself is batting 232 on the season, 13 for 56. Only 2 extra base hits for him as well on the season. Struck out 10 times as well.
How much of that do you think is them playing Tiger Den? As this one left side, that one's through.
I mean, the extra base hits part of it, most certainly. But
Now batting,
is that what you meant, or like, why are their seasons bad?
number
I mean, it could be part of the reason.
I mean, I guess it's it could be part of the reason, you know, like smaller gaps, and so like a hit maybe hangs up there and it can be tracked down better. But I don't know, maybe these guys are just getting a little bit too old to be hanging around here. They're both season 2s, so gonna get hit a little bit. Be interested to see how long they hang around this organization, as they've been day 1 players for this organization.
Bash Luggington, the rookie, is able to prevent the Dragon special there.
number 7.
And here is Bobby Jimbo.
Jimbo also having a really bad season at the plate. 153 on the season, 9 for 59, and that's going to be 9 for 60.
And we'll head to the top of the third. This one, so far, has a very different vibe than the first 2 games.
And the game I probably would have expected the most to have some good scoring, you know, considering, you know, ball players' offense. I mean, granted, they are playing against Becky Mess.
Homer Runs is into left, and Homer Runs has a hit. Well,
we used. Go ahead.
Yes and no. So we used to keep track of pitcher records, but honestly, pitcher records don't really mean anything. Pitcher records are honestly the most arbitrary way to like figure out if a pitcher is good or not. Shipwright, run around first, nobody out. Initially see if runs test the arm of Bailey Smith, and he will. It was a called hit and run, and overruns. Gets sent back to the dugout.
And even with Steeler, he got. That's something for runs to work on over the season. You know, that Steeler trade is nice, but he is a bit slow for it to be super effective. I think he's only got around maybe mid-60, low-70 speed. And it doesn't help that Smith has, like, a great arm. I think it might be maxed out if I remember correctly.
Shipwright gets rung up there, 2 outs, and here's Murph Kelly, the home run leader, question mark?
A tied home run leader between him, Pastry, and Tank Tygo.
And he gets rung up there. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Well, I don't want to skip past this game yet, but you were mentioning either in the stream earlier or before we started about one player that has had a pretty phenomenal season is one Tank Tygo.
Yeah,
we'll
Tank
get to
Tygo.
see him next in the at the Swagger Center against the Knights.
You know, we don't officially have like an award for it, but I would definitely vote Tank Tygo as like most improved player potentially this season. You know, he was drafted pretty high from by the Lumberjacks in the season 5 draft. He had probably an okay season, but for someone you drafted that high and had that good of stats, you would have thought it would have been a lot better, and has really turned it around, has had a great season so far for the Lumberjacks.
Full count to Bailey Smith into right, diving intended. Oh no, that gets past Nathan Tucker. That will turn into a triple for Bailey Smith. No, you didn't hear that incorrectly. A triple for Bailey Smith.
In Tiger Den. That's probably the only triple the stadium will ever have, or the only way you can get triples in the stadium. And even with the amount of speed she doesn't have.
Runner will take out for home. Toby Barker's got an arm. That ball is in time!
Oh!
Bailey Smith, you don't have the speed, and a triple turns into a getting gunned down at home. Someone click it.
And
Oh yeah, Psycho Watch Bailey Smith.
We've seen 2 outfield assists so far in this day 1 of the playoffs. Big plays made.
Wiggins here just to listen to 5 Sack. I appreciate it, Wiggin. This one is hit well into right. Nathan Tucker is making the line on it and makes the grab. So an error, even though it won't be ruled as that for Nathan Tucker, does not turn into the first run of the game. Bailey Smith gets gunned out at home by a dog. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Harry Shelton to lead things off. Bosses, aren't we all here? I'm going to just go ahead and jar myself on behalf of y'all. This one is hit well by Harry Shelton into right center, tracking back at the track, and just in front of it, Bobby Jimbo will settle it. It'll be a double for Harry Shelton, who he's had a little bit of an interesting season with.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Yeah, it has been high up in the ball players order, but has really kind of struggled this season. A .257 batting average. Does have 3 home runs on the season, but hasn't ever been quite as good as you think he should be.
So now it'll be the ball players' turn to have a runner at third base. This time, they chose to have someone with speed as Shelton.
Yes, I was going to make the same comment.
Here is Terry Thunder now, 1 deep ball, and the ball players will score.
They do need to be careful, though. I think this Wildcats outfield has some decent arms in it.
Well, we're going to test that here as this is into left, caught by Chico Island, and probably the one person who doesn't have the strongest arm
Yep, that's pretty
Now
fair.
batting,
And the ball players will strike first.
number 27.
Ball players are looking to become... Oh, nope, never mind. I was going to say the first lower seed to win today, but the Bombers did that in game 1. So how did the ball players and Wildcats get to this point, Whitney?
I was not prepared for that. Okay, I'm prepared for it now. The ball players have had a really up and down season as Matthias Black gets rung up to in the top of the 4th inning. Ball players strike first, though. 1-0 heading into the bottom half. The ball players have had a very up and down season. Never got on much of a streak either way. Win, loss, win, loss, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, loss, win, win. So a very interesting season from them. One of the better offenses, not quite top caliber. 88 runs scored for them, 73 against. Have a decent run differential, as that was a thing to always look out at in the Epic Conference. As at one point, I think we had 4 of the 6 playoff seeds at one point with negative run differentials.
Well, we also have a couple of 6 and 8 teams, although the ball players are 7 and 7.
True. Let's see. Wildcats kind of had a season similar to the Dragons. Started off 5-1 on the season, and lost 5 of their next 6, but then won their last 2, a combined 5-3, to end up in the 3rd seed in the Epic.
This one hit deep. Barker is there. And it's a rough life for Aggie. As we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. Barker Tucker runs due up for the ball players.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6.
I thought Jimbo had a better arm than that. I don't know why I thought I remembered him having a bit of a stronger arm.
Off of the glove of Becky Metz. She'll have to run quickly to cover first. Not in time.
Now batting,
Barker is aboard. Ruff, ruff, ruff. And here is Nathan Tucker.
Just go roof, roof, roof.
No, that'd be stupid.
Becky
Nathan.
Metz laboring a bit.
2-1 count. Finds his own 2-2. This one is hit
Ooh.
well into center, and even in Tiger Den, it just doesn't have the carry.
Just jammed a little bit. That was a pitch to hit, and he just missed going yard on that one.
now batting, the
That'll
second
bring up
baseman,
Homer runs,
number 12.
who's 1 for 1 today. Not often that we get to say that about him.
Power versus left-handed pitchers active here.
And they get Barker going to second.
That's 2 cut stealings.
Bailey Smith is having a phenomenal game.
Yep, just getting thrown out the plate. She could finish it off. That's 2, I'd say, base running errors by the ball players, getting caught stealing in 1-out situations.
And he gets rung up there. Led to the bottom of the 5th. Fury, Sluggington, Jimbo due up for the Wildcats.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 31.
Aggie asking how Smith is not locked in. Great grab
Ooh.
there by Rick De La Stick.
Now batting,
I'm sorry, Rick of the Stick.
number
Huh.
25.
Now here is Sluggington. A little bit of a change up in the Wildcats order. Yes, I am having a 5 snack. Because I didn't make dinner yet. Even though it's 9 o'clock, and by the time I make dinner, it'll be like 10:15. I'm actually having Cheez-It snack mix. I bought a whole bunch of Cheez-Its and Pringles because if you bought 5 of them, you got a $50 MLS store credit. So if anybody's a Major League Soccer fan and you want a $50 store credit, just buy 5 participating Cheez-It and Pringles. Not a sponsor. I'll bring up Bobby Jimbo. Whitney, I think one of the worst things is if you have an RBI dud and you have someone who's really fast at first and they steal and then the RBI dud gets activated. It's almost worse here with the runner at first but doesn't have the speed and then the catcher has the arm that you can't activate the RBI man. Left side, that is off of the glove of Matthias Black. See if they charge it an error or just call it single.
That might be an error because he's got some speed. Might have beaten out a Dragon Special, but that's a big mistake.
I will say, Pasta, I actually do prefer Chex Mix over the Cheez-It Snacks Mix, but... Well, here is a locked-in Bailey Smith. She is locked in, Aggie. Cycle watch Bailey Smith. Oh, you're a combos guy. And she gets rung up there. Maybe that'll cool her down a little bit. And back to the top of the order. Here's Rick Porter 0 for 2 today.
Are combos the pretzel-filled things?
Yes.
Okay. And what are the 3D triangle things?
Doritos 3D. As this one is into left, runner thought about heading home. Would not do that with Toby Barker's arm. He's already done that once today. So
Bugles. Thank you, Puppet. Bugles.
So it's what? You're not talking about Doritos 3D? So that'll load the bases. 2 outs for Chico Island. Northwest is still locked in.
But laboring here, 75 pitches. Has thrown quite a few this inning. In a jam with the bases loaded.
3-1 count. Fouled off, full count, 2 outs. Runners will go. Wildcats down by 1. And he swings at ball 4. Popped up. Murph Kelly makes the grab, and the Wildcats are going to be kicking themselves after not getting that one. But to the top of the 6th, Shipwright, then top of the order, due up. I have not had the churro bugles.
It'll be interesting. It will be interesting to see as we go into the second half of this game. You know, Northwest already up to a high pitch count, as Becky Mess is as well. But, you know, Wildcats have a much deeper bullpen compared to this ball players team. You know, only real asset they have down there is Alfred Walker. Or not Alfred. What's the Walker's name that they have?
Adrian Walker?
Adrian Walker. I never remember her name for whatever reason. But, you know, Adrian Walker is their only real asset down in the bullpen to try and, you know, eat up innings, and then be interesting to see who they go after that if she can't go the rest of the way, if Northwest gets pulled here.
Slide out into center, 2 outs, and so that'll bring up Harry Shelton. Pot saying they did charge Black with an error, which makes sense. It was pretty much right at him. 3-0 count here to Shelton. And he swings at ball 4, and that was nearly a double-decker home run.
Missed it. Now, Best kind of laboring here. Never really got locked in either. Few walks, a few bloop hits here and there. He's had a solid game, but is also pretty high in the pitch count. Wonder if this might be her last inning.
I mean, to be fair, when you consider the first 2 games that we've had and how the best pitcher so far went 4 innings and gave up 3 earned runs, and his name Brock Hansen, I'd say that Becky Mess and Leonard Northwest have done pretty well in comparison.
Oh, yeah. I mean, night and day difference between games 1 and 2 and to this one.
This one is to Black, and doesn't commit an error here. Throws it to Rick of the Stick.
Black has no fielding because I think he's out of position and he's tense now. He is literally no fielding, I think.
Well, here you are, 0 for 2 today. Northwest locked in, 85th pitch. And misses it.
Ooh, just missed.
Black's base fielding is 40. So, I mean, that's got to at least put him at 20 before being tense.
And does tense take away 20 points? Jeez.
It's got to be formulaic in terms of it affects lower power people less. This one up the middle, and Alan Hiker has a hit.
Northwest is
I don't think we get to
still
say
locked in somehow.
Well, here
He's
is-
been hit.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Well,
been hit
he's
too. Oh,
actually
there you
getting
go.
taken out. 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 5.1 innings. And here is, as you were saying, Adrian Walker, first round pick in the season 6 draft, coming in for relief against the Wildcats.
Take a look here. Adrian Walker. Wow, 42 and a third innings pitched. Only 13 earned runs for a 2.76 ERA. 42 hits, 19 walks, 25 strikeouts, a 1.44
Shut
whip.
up, Whitney, as this one's hit deep into right center at the track, at the wall, and it's robbed by Nathan Tucker. Was that robbed or was I just overcalling it? And they get
Nope,
the
he
Dragon
robbed it.
special. Wait, I'm sorry. Did they just rob that and then get the out at second in time?
Yes!
The double up. I doubted myself and I ruined the call. Someone clip it anyways. Emmett Furley nearly puts the Wildcats up by 2, and instead the inning is over. Someone check if Aggie is okay. This one's into right, diving, and that's the second time today.
But it's still going to be a single.
Rick Porter, this time both right fielders today not having. And this game is starting to pick up in the action. We got 18 viewers in the house too. Thanks for joining in. Wow, so that ball was deep to right center, robbed by Tucker after earlier this game lets a ball go past him on the dive and gives a triple to Bailey Smith. Makes the rob there and then makes the throw in time to second to double up the runner.
The third baseman,
Dragon special there, and here is a Tense Matthias Black 0 for 2 today. Dear Lord. I'll tell you, day 1 of this playoff is bringing it. Baldwin, throw to first. In time, 1-2-3 inning as we head to the 7th inning stretch. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to week 1, day 1 action of the playoff season 6. I'm Fisek on the call even, joined by Whitney. Make sure that you are following the official SSBL Twitch, as actually Cole Crush is gonna come in for Matthias Black with a 1-run lead. Make sure that you are following the official SSBL Twitch. Join us in the Discord for everything SSBL related. Get all the latest stats, the player ratings, as that's a dive there at third by Crush, not able to make the catch. Become
That's
a
a name
manager
from
and then
yesteryear.
submit players. Season 7 player submissions are open. You can find out more in the link below.
base running.
And now I'll bring up Walter Hobbs to pinch run for Bash Sluggington. And I don't know about this, Whitney. Although it does bring up Bobby Jimbo, who is RBI man.
That's been something that's the CPU's done for Cole Crush.
Cole Crush, another ball gets past him, and you put in Walter Hobbs with the speed, he doesn't even try for third. So runners on first and second, nobody out, and here is cycle threat, Bailey Smith.
2 balls hit right at the defensive substitute, and he can't make a single play on one of them.
This has been, we have just been blessed with some great baseball in the past 2 weeks. I feel like week 12, into the minors, into this now, we have seen it all. And she gets rung up there, and that'll bring Bailey Smith back to earth.
Big
One-
strikeout.
1 out, and here is Rick Porter back to the top of the order.
Crush has 82 field. Well, I think,
He has
I think
80, hey, you know what? He has 82 fielding, but no putouts, so.
and I think he's playing as secondary. I think he's primary second.
Like
But
62.
still, like, I feel like he should be able to make at least one of those plays.
By the way, what is Tucker's, as he gets rung up there, 2 strikeouts, and now I'll bring up Chico Island over 3 today, and you have to think, if he doesn't get something here, he is going to go down to tense. What is
But
Tucker's,
you kind of want it to be tense.
Tucker's fielding is what, and is he in his primary or secondary?
Pasta saying Tucker's fielding is 45, arm 63. And he hasn't said anything. I don't know about the primary.
Well, they go from runners on first and second, nobody out, to 2 strikeouts and a ground out. We're heading to the top of the 8th. Porter is at first. Walter Hobb is at right field. And he's at his secondary. So that was, he made that Rob with 25 fielding. And then does it impact arm as well? I think that's only catcher, right?
Yeah, only impact to arm is when you're behind the plate.
Well, despite giving up 1 run, Becky Mess is locked in still and is still in the game. Here is the hero so far for the ball players, Nathan Tucker. Mess approaching 100 pitches, 7.1 innings, 5 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 5 strikeouts for the ace. As I'm only 115 rig points away from all 10 of my boosts, as Whitney makes a throw to first in time for the second out. As a reminder, you can boost players just by watching the stream. Get up those rig points. And you have to think this is the last batter for Becky Mess. Right to Rick Porter, step on the bag. Led to the bottom of the 8th. Well, Becky Mess is doing everything she can for her team. As Whitney, you just redeemed +1 to a creative player. And Puppet redeemed your rich 2,000 points there. Wildcats are running out of time. They're only down by 1 swing territory. Cannot find a way past the pitching of the ball players. Oopsie. Oh, Puppet didn't. Here, Puppet, I can redeem that. I can cancel that. Rush, throw to first. In time for the first out. That's his first put out. What does your rich do? Absolutely nothing. That's right. Saying you're rich is absolutely meaningless. Just like the Dragons in Season 5. They just don't matter. Puppet, do you want me to remove or redeem you those points? If you didn't mean to. Here is Alan Hiker, runner on first, 1 out. Now, all right, and that one, that's going to go out of play. So.
But only to second. He didn't reach second yet.
Is that you?
Yes.
So you're at second, runner at first. Or you're at second, 1 out. Jeez.
That's pretty big. It takes the Dragon special out of the equation.
By the way, I don't know if you caught it, but in the minor says that one, Murph Kelly is going to catch you.
No.
Whitney, you made a huge mistake. As the troubles just keep on going for the Wildcats. They just cannot score.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty accustomed to those mistakes. I've made that I've made that mistake quite a few times in this league.
So 2 outs, and here's Evan Fury. Last time that he was up, we thought this was a 3-1 game. Does he have another long ball in him? 1 swing away from putting the Wildcats up. And he gets rung up there. So we will head into the 9th inning. We have had close blowout, close high-scoring games. We've had a blowout game, and now we have a close 1-run game. Mess is staying in, and here is a tense Curly Shipwright. This has to be Mess's last batter. 8.8 innings pitched by Becky Mess.
Yeah, really kind of battled back, was kind of struggling, had kind of gotten dinked and dunked a bit, but has gone through the last few innings pretty clean.
106 pitches for Becky Mess. How can these teams only score 1 run at Tiger Den?
After we scored, 30 in the first 2 games.
Oh, no. We scored 44 runs in the first 2 games.
You're right.
We
ourselves scored 34 runs.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm going to go ahead, as Fanny Minshew will come in, I'm going to go ahead and jar for you, and then a jar for me.
This is a pretty big at-bat. The home run leader, co-home run leader of the league with a chance to put his team up here in the 9th inning with a runner on against a very inexperienced pitcher in Fanny Minshew.
I believe Minshew just got called up. This one is deep, heading back to the track, to the wall. It's out of here, nearly into the 3rd deck. Becky Mess died for this. It's 3-0 ball players.
Home run number 8 for Murph Kelly.
The center fielder.
Now the solo leader through the entire season in the SSBL.
Well, this would be an upset here in game 1. I wouldn't necessarily call the first game of the evening an upset, considering it was a 4 and 5 seed, but this is a Wildcats team that is stacked, and they are just cannot find the runs here at home. Full count to Harry Shelton, nobody out here in the top of the 9th, and that'll be a walk. Not a great start here for Fanny Minshew.
The first baseman, number 23.
And she's now tense. Wildcats are the 3, ball players are the 6, Hummus.
Did anyone see how, as this one is in foul territory, does anyone see how far that home run went for Murph Kelly?
It was
by the
like
way,
420 something, I want to say.
interesting. Also, Whitney, do you want to see read what Pasta just put into chat? The 3 things he said. 425. 5.1.
First,
Yeah. Go ahead.
the first runs were all by Fanny Minshew in her career.
And she rings them up there. So 2 outs here, but still gave up the 2. As we got 20 people in here. You know what? Can I just? You know what? I'll wait until this game is over to say it. Stick around to the end of this game, and I'll have a word for everybody here. Here is Cold Crush 0 for 2. Not that bad of batting stats.
Now, this guy was an all-star, I want to say, back in the day. An original Stinger, I want to say. And then flipped around the league a couple times. Was on the Skulls, I want to say. And I think maybe went back to the Stingers. Oh, a great play by Baldwin.
Cold Crush, that's how you snag a ball at third. Went to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 3-run deficit. Walter Hobbs, Bobby Jimbo, and Bailey Smith. Cycle watch Bailey Smith do up. Stingers? What does that have to do? A word from our sponsors. And he gets rung up there. The ball player's 2 outs away from a game 1 shock.
And remember, that was supposed to be Bash Sluggington, but he got pulled a few innings ago.
Here is Bobby Jimbo. As Hummus was saying, Walter Hobbs, former Lumberjack legend. K-Man activated for Walker. She's locked in, and she rings him up there. It'll have to rely on Cycle Watch Bailey Smith. But it is looking close here, and it will be a shutout win. The Wildcats had their chances, but the ball players victorious. They get the upset, the number 6 over the number 3 seed here in game number 3 of today. Whitney, your thoughts?
I really didn't expect it to be 3-0. Like, honestly, Becky Mess has been so good this season. Really didn't think she would give up anything. She's had 2 shutouts performances this season. But ball players just managed to eke it out. And honestly, never would have thought a ball players would shut out the Wildcats. I mean, granted, the Wildcats have had problems offensively this season, but great performances by Northwest and Walker.
Northwest gets the win. Walker gets the save. Becky Mess gets the loss. 3-0 as in more. I don't understand that. Well, player of the game, Becky Mess, followed by Adrian Walker and Leonard Northwest. So we are going to head to the last game of the thing. Just want to say huge shout out to everyone as a part of the community that's here. Thanks for making these playoffs so special. The community has been unreal in the past 2 weeks. Don't go anywhere though, because when we come back, we have our nightcap. It's Lumberjacks at Knights. Can we see a second upset tonight? You're watching the SSBL right here on Twitch. It's time for our nightcap. We have been spoiled today. Oh, Whitney, can you do the predictions? We have been spoiled today with honestly 2 great games, and the Overdrafts made that other one interesting as well. We're finally in our final game of the evening. It's Lumberjacks at Knights. Ben Toe Jam will take the mound for the Knights. And then Whitney, once you're done with the predictions, if you get a chance to talk about Ben Toe Jam. Kenya Weiss throw to first 10 times. Speedy Gonzalez will go down.
Let's see here. Benjamin Toe Jam.
Ben Toe Jam isn't your number 1?
Oh, yeah, that I do remember him saying that in his chat.
Oh.
Yep. Early Franks and Toe Jam.
That was sent before my message, so I didn't see that.
Ah.
All right, so we will brief intermission here. Whitney, if you just want to...
Okay, so instead we're going to switch that over to Miles Hurley. He is the number 1 starter for the Knights. He'll be on the bump. He pitched 29 innings this season. Only gave up 7 earned runs, a 2.17 ERA. Pretty solid there. 20 hits, 11 walks, 15 strikeouts, a 1.06 whip. I honestly didn't know Miles Hurley was quite that good. And then on the other side, I didn't notice who is pitching for the
Heimerdinger.
Jacks. Heimerdinger. Good old Cecil B. Cecil B's got 21.3 innings pitched this season, 13 earned runs given up for a 5.48 ERA, 25 hits, 6 walks, 11 strikeouts for a 1.4 whip.
All right, let's try this again. Miles Hurley. I'll need to make that change in the file.
Number 1.
Sorry about that.
I'm still not used to these new uniforms for the Knights.
They've had the entire
season.
And he gets swung up there. Well, you guys didn't want the 3-0 Speedy Gonzalez swing. Instead, you get a strikeout. Here is Denver Brainstorm.
No, high. No, high.
They have a 3-0 Denver Brainstorm.
Take your base.
And he earns the walk. So it's a good thing we stopped him for the second batter. And here is the
then-
hot-hitting Tank Tygo. And can you tell me a little bit about Tygo this season?
Hank Tygo this season, 25 for 59, hitting 424 on the season, and make that 26 as he's got 7 home runs, 20 RBIs. That's his 14th single. He also has 5 doubles to his name this season.
34.
So runners on first and second. And here is Buck Ball.
That's out.
Buck Ball, a bit of the flip of the coin as he's hitting only 193 on the season, 11 for 57. But does have 3 home runs on the season.
Check on Brainstorm at second.
That's high. That's outside.
Quickly 3-1 here to Ball. Hurley's struggling a little bit. Finds the top of the zone there, full count. Ball stays alive.
He didn't get his normal warm-up routine in because he didn't think he was getting the start until last minute.
Well, too far, he knew he was getting the start, and then the SSBL league office said, "You're not starting tonight," and he's like, "Why?" And they never gave a reason why. See, the issue, Dan, is that you were too prompt with letting us know what was happening. Because you sent it before I even sent the message out. So really, this is your fault. We're heading to the bottom of the first inning. Hatman, Booth, Angeles due up.
Now the center fielder, number 20.
Ball travels the shot by infield fry.
Got some National League umpires tonight.
Ball that's low.
Here is Alex Hatman, who I feel like, did he bat leadoff for the Wildcats?
Ooh.
Is this one? Is it deep in the left, tracking back at the track, at the wall? It's out of here, 368 feet, and Hatman gets the Knights to strike first.
Just his 3rd home run of the season.
That brings up Levi Booth, and he just immediately dribbles out to Heimerdinger, throw the first in time for the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number
That's another home run tonight that just ekes over a wall, like just barely gets it over.
Buck Ball made an attempt at that, and he wasn't too far off as well.
no high.
2-2 count to Angeles. And she gets rung up there.
Now batting, the catcher.
Oh my gosh, I'm 35 points away from my 10th boost.
No, that's inside.
Vinny Bates.
I just have 37,000 just sitting here.
look at what Pasta's doing.
No.
That's pretty cool, Pasta.
I actually like that.
The original question I wanted to ask is, did Alex Hatman bat leadoff for the Wildcats?
I don't think so. I mean, he was there through the entire tenure of Zarby's ownership. I think he had him shuffle around. He didn't start the very first season, I don't think. And then he played second base, actually, I think in season 3. I think he was more of a cleanup hitter back in the day, but I could be wrong.
No, he batted leadoff for the Dragons, and now batting leadoff for the Knights and has him up here.
Ball 4.
That'll be a walk for Phil Bartco Jr. Squared redeeming +4 to a creative player.
Catcher, number 34. No, inside.
Here is Shelby Collins. Large Marge doing 1 creative player, 2 to a creative player, 3 to a creative player, 4 to a creative player, 5 to a creative player. I think that he just got to the max. Either that or he's 1 off. I forget if he did 4 or 5. It's on the sheet.
Ball 4.
That's another walk by Hurley here.
Now
Yeah, Hurley kind of struggling. Uncharacteristic is from what we've seen on the sheet.
Dan, are you sure you didn't want Ben Tojam to start this one?
Tap, no takebacks.
Large Marv saying that should be max now. Right side, that one's through the gap, and the Lumberjacks will tie this game up at 1. What happens after redeeming? So once we create the players, we will let you know what their ratings are, and then you can give +4, 10 +4s, split up amongst them however you wish. Oh, how's it tracked? It's in a sheet in the SSBL docs. Pasta doing the Callan single. That's so cool. Tojam would have walked in 3 runs right now. No, Tojam doesn't walk batters. From what I've seen in the non-participatory game, he actually got Speedy Gonzalez to swing at a 3-0. So, I'm not telling you you're wrong, but you're wrong. As this one is hit deep into center, tracking back, that's off of the wall. Alex Hatman has no arm. We're not surprisingly the run comes home, and it does. The Lumberjacks are up 3-1 here in game number 4 of week 1, day 1.
Was that just me, or was that a really bad angle taken by Hatman in center?
He's pretty fast as well. I was wondering if he was
like,
trying to maybe lay it off the wall. As they're going to catch Jose Strange. That was Jose Strangelove who hit that 2 RBI double. Let that sink in.
The man does not care about RBI dud. Maybe he cares about it a little bit more this season, but last season when he first got it, it did not slow him down whatsoever.
Dan doing beans. And then Dan now realizing how horrendous it is. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that Ben Tojam 10 times out of 10 doesn't give up a 2 RBI double to Jose Strangelove. That's all I'm saying.
Ball inside.
1-2 count to Denver Brainstorm. Left side, tough dive, picked up, throw to first, not in time. Brainstorm beats it out. Now here is the hot-hitting Tank Tygo. Well, I remember when Tank Tygo was drafted, and everyone was saying, you know, this is a little high for a DH when he has himself an RBI single. 2 for 2 today. And the Lumberjacks are up 4-1 here, shocking the home side.
Another rattled pitcher. That's 5.
Miles Hurley. Listen, I'm not telling you that I was right, Dan, but I'm telling you I was right. You should have just let Ben Tojam stay in, as this is to the right side. Will it stay fair? No, just foul. This one is down, though. Runner will round home. Levi Booth makes the throw. Not in time. 5-1 Lumberjacks.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 4.
Well, didn't expect this one per se, at least so far.
The Knights were 11-3 this season. Last Wednesday, they bowed. That is off the glove of Vinny Bates. Runners will not go. Last Wednesday, they battled against the Vikings to earn a first-round bye, double steal, and they will catch Tank Tygo. Tank Tygo's not very fast.
Why is Tank Tygo running? Why are either of those people running?
It was called as he gets rung up there. And that just goes from bad to worse. That was a called hit and run, is what happened.
I don't care if they gave Tank Tygo a halfway head start. You're not running with Tank Tygo.
Buck ball, RBI single to right.
No, inside.
To Pasta.
I'm trying to see. So the Knights are going to have Noel Newman, Aldo Ship, and Dante Smalls, of course, along with Tina Thick down in the bullpen. So, I mean, probably either Newman or Smalls first. But, you know, it's kind of dicey, you know, going down this early.
Designated hitter, number 20.
Here is Dave Sacred. Now,
You're not.
it can be said of all teams that could be down, Knights are one that could definitely get back in it.
Oh yeah, both these offenses. I mean, these two teams really mirror each other quite well. Very strong, very potent offenses. Pitching that is very iffy at times. I may give a slight nod to the starting pitching of the Lumberjacks, but both bullpens are suboptimal.
As I was saying, last Wednesday, the Knights were in a play-in game, or not a play-in game, but in a division decider game. See who would get the first round bye and the #1 seed. They lost that game in walk-off fashion to the Vikings in extras. And they are now trailing 5-1 against the #6 seed, a team that wins 6-8 in the regular season. Whitney loves to slander Dante Smalls. Estimation. Dante Smalls likes to slander Dante Smalls. Have you seen his numbers this season? Left side,
Yeah.
buck ball, makes the grab. We'll head to the top of the third, still 5-1 Lumberjacks.
He's bounced back a little bit, but has still a close to 5 ERA.
Foster, everyone loves to slander Dante Smalls. Didn't he give up 7 runs to the Walkers? Here's Phil Barco Jr. Swing and a miss. He gets hung up there. He actually started out the 5-run inning last inning with a walk, and now here's Shelby Collins.
No longer rattled, trying to bounce his way back somewhat.
6 hits, 5 earned run, 3 walks for Miles Hurley, and he's got a 3-0 count here. This one launched into center, tracking back at the track and the wall!
Oh my goodness.
It's out of here. We have seen some line drives today. And Callan's 413 to get that over, 6-1 Jacks.
What are even these home runs? We've had so many like that. Like the biggest home run we've had all night was, I guess, the one by Nick Straining, and then Merv Kelly hit one the other game.
This ball, shut up, Whitney! This ball is launched into the track to the wall! It's out of here! Paula Reed, 443 feet, and the Jacks by 6.
Wow.
Number 48.
And by the way, Hurley's back to rattled. Dan, are you sure you don't want Bento Jam in? Tough dive,
no.
and the bad times keep on rolling.
That is how you know it's not your night. When when Andy Gibbon misses a easy grounder up the middle and he can't put it back to first in time for the out, you know things are awry.
9 hits, 7 earned runs, 3 walks, and it's off
my
of the glove
gosh.
of Noel Newman. And they go to second, and they do get Jose Strangelove at second.
A 1-3 put out, or 1-4 put out, I should say.
What was I even just saying? I got interrupted by bad play. I forget what I was saying. What was I saying?
I honestly don't remember.
Does someone know what I was saying? Someone remind me what I was saying. Oh, 7 earned runs and 3 walks in 2.1 innings for Miles Hurley.
Number 18.
Here's July Newton replacing the injured Chaz Leathers, who got hurt in the last game of the normal regular season. Missed out playing the Vikings in that extra game, and is going to miss at least the first 2 games of this series.
But it is important though, considering that game 3, right, Whitney?
Yeah, I mean it looks yeah.
Yeah, no elaboration, just yeah.
I've been on fire tonight.
I don't even know if he got a hit into right. I mean, it throws it to the right to first base for the out. We are both just cruising right now. Is the game lagging? Maybe a little bit.
No, inside.
This ball is
Ooh.
launched deep out to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Levi Booth brings the Knights back within 5.
Chip away.
Now back, the left fielder, number 17.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind. I was thinking, oh, I think they mean it about us, but no, they mean it about the game. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do. I mean, I can do this. That might. Left side, Jose Strangelove, the throw to first is in time. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Tygo, ball, Conrad, due up.
Now batting, the designated
Hey,
hitter,
I'm up to 5,000.
number 10.
I am done.
No, high.
That should help.
No, inside.
Tang Tygo, pop fly into right. Will it stay in play? Just barely. Levi Booth will make the grab for the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 34. That's high.
Here is Buck Ball.
Ball, that's inside.
Full count.
Take your base.
And Buck Ball earns a walk.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 4. No, that's low.
Noel Newman really needs to eat up some innings here and keep the score at 7 for the Lumberjacks to see if their offense can get kick-started and get them back into this game. Let's see, Noel Newman only pitched 7 innings this season, gave up 4 earned runs, a 5.14 ERA, and a 1.14
Shut up, Whitney! This ball is deep, back to the track! It nearly clears the stadium! It's out of here! That ball, 456 feet for Archie Conrad, and the Lumberjacks back up by 7.
Number 8. That's down.
Yeah, that's why you're losing, Dan. Because Shaz Leathers isn't in.
The deeps.
Actually, it's center deep. No.
Take your base.
Arco Jr. earns a second walk. Sometimes I don't like myself.
The catcher, number
Here
34.
is Shelby Callens.
Ball, high.
Again, the game not necessarily over. We saw in the Overdrafts Dragons game, the Overdrafts come back a little bit.
Now batting,
And we saw that Bomber Cyclones game. The lead switched hands like what? At least 4 or 5 times, didn't it?
Yeah, something like that. And here is Paula Reed, who was also homer. Runner at second, 2 outs. And that will do it for the top of the 4th inning. We have gone through half of 3.5 innings. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Bates, Gibbons, Sacred, due up.
now batting, the catcher, number 13.
This just in, Florida State has defeated Alabama in the Women's College World Series, and they will play Oklahoma for the national title.
That one up the middle. And I believe that is Gibbon. Nope, it's Bates who is aboard. Oh, you're an OU guy, right?
Second base,
Yep.
number
Ain't that right, Dan?
2. Did you go to OU?
Yeah.
No, that's high.
So if I do docs and custom browser docs, I think that.
That's inside.
Aha, yes. Okay, so if I title this Twitch,
That's outside.
then I get the URL
Take your bait.
of the Twitch chat.
Trying to dox me or something?
No, I'm trying to doc myself.
Oh,
Designated
I mean,
number 21. Nope, inside. Ball high.
no, Toby Barker is not playing. Dave Sacred
So you can't really control.
popped up.
Infield fly.
Dave Sacred has not been having a good day.
Out.
yeah, Dave Sacred kind of disappeared off this team once the new blood Levi Booth and Kenya Weiss came in.
This one into
Hidden.
left. Buck Ball is there for the second out.
He's only hitting 281 of the season, has 3 home runs,
Now back.
but just kind of,
Third base.
I feel like kind of fallen back, been more obscured
Ball inside.
by his other teammates for a man his caliber.
Deep right. Deep right.
Aha! I got my Twitch chat now. Heimerdinger
You're out.
makes the grab. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Strangelove, top of the order, due up.
Now batting, the third baseman. Now pitching, number.
And that will do it for Newman. Dante Smalls will make the call here.
Very early for him.
He's out. Now batting, the center fielder, number 1.
How do I sign in to this
Ball,
Twitch
that's
chat?
outside. Outside. High. Ball 4.
Or pitch walk to Speedy Gonzalez. Dante Smalls
Now
not
batting,
off to the best
second
of starts
baseman,
here.
Number 6.
Came over in a trade with the Skulls of Rock earlier this season.
Deep right. Go.
Aha, there we go. Now I can log in. Into left, this one's foul. Swing! And as he gets rung up there. Now bring up the hot-hitting Tank Tygo.
Number 10. That's inside. Nope, that's high. Ball, that's up.
Rio
Deep right. Deep right.
finds his own 2 times, loaded count. And that will be a ground out, so we will head to the bottom of the 5th. First time that the Lumberjacks haven't scored since the 1st. Knights have a 7-run deficit.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 18.
Popped up, Buck Ball.
He's out. Now batting,
Back to the top of the order. Here is Alex Hatton, who started off the scoring with that solo shot in the bottom of the 1st.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 19. Deep right. No, that's high. That's
Knights want to get back into this. They've really got to start working Cecil. He's at 70 pitches, but they really need to get him hooked by the next couple innings to get to the bullpen.
Well, Levi Booth trying to do his part. He's got a single.
now batting, the left fielder,
I'll bring up Haley Angeles. Runners on first and second. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. Lumberjacks lead 9-2 as this one is into center, and that will score one. That will score two. It's a bases clearing double. And it's now 9-4. Knights only down by 5.
Yeah, but it was only a 2-run bases clearing double.
I mean, did it clear the bases?
Yeah, but it was only 2 runs.
Did,
you know,
did
3-run.
it clear the bases? As Haley Angeles, what are you doing there?
And Tyler Benetti didn't do that either, so you know.
Someone jar him. I can't sign into my thing right now. Someone jar him for me.
Did you break something? Like, what'd you do?
No, so when I reinstalled everything onto my computer, when I got bricked out, it completely removed all of my settings for like OBS and everything. So now I'm putting in my Twitch chat back into my OBS. That way I don't have to have a browser open. But the issue is that I have to sign into this little browser thing, and it has to send me a login code, but it's not sending me a login code.
It takes a while. Twitch is really bad about that.
I'm just gonna keep this open. Runner takes off. This should be caught in center. We'll head to the top of the 6th, but the Knights score 2. Down by 5. We head to the 6th inning. Ball. Conrad Farco Jr. due up for the Jacks.
Dipping away, but need to get more.
So the Jacks looking to nurse this lead all the way to the end and have the potential of sweeping the number 3 seed tomorrow at Apple Fields. It'll be Steel Flex versus, I believe this time it'll be Toe Jam. Steps on the bag for the first out. Dude, how long does it take Twitch to send out a dang code?
That's up.
So the first in time, 2 gone. Dante Smalls locked in.
The shortstop, number 8.
I'll bring up Phil Barco Jr. 2 walks today.
Ball.
Screwball doesn't have a whole lot of snap on it. When he's really in the zone, that screwball snaps like 2 directions really hard.
1-2 count.
Ball outside.
Just misses the outside corner. Oh, that barely misses the outside there. And swings at ball 4. Giving those to first, though. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Knights will look to get it a little bit closer. We've seen a couple of 6-run innings today. That'll do it for Heimerdinger, and Lucio Ball is going to get the call. 7 hits, 4 earned runs for Heimerdinger. What can you tell me about Lucio Ball?
Lucio Ball, 12 in a 3rd innings pitched. 11 hits, 11 earned runs, 11 walks, 6 strikeouts, an 8.01 ERA, and a 1.78 whip.
Number 33.
Wide out into right here is Rock back. He's going to pop this one out into left. Ball is there.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, number 20.
Here's Kenya Weiss, who's been pretty silent today.
No, inside.
There we go. Finally have my login code. Marco Jr. to the first in time. All right, I'm in the chat.
Now batting, the catcher, number 34.
That took way too long.
Nice of you to finally show up.
Yeah, well, I am casting the game. Callens pops up. No infield fly call because no one's on base.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 5.
Paula Reed, 2 for 3 today.
That monster home run into right center.
This one left side. Bates tries to make the leaping catch. Swing and a miss. She gets swung up there. Smalls finding his rhythm, and now here is 2 for 3, Jose Strangelove. Right side, there's Gibbon. So we are in the 7th inning stretch. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the first day of playoff season 6 action. I am 5 on the call, joined by Whitney. Make sure that you are following the official SSBL Twitch. Join us in the Discord for everything SSBL related. Find the latest stats and scores. This one is hit into center, tracking back at the track, and caught by Gonzalez right before the track.
Good track down by Speedy.
As well as player submissions are open for season 7. Have your names in the shining lights of Apple Field, Swagger Center, and everywhere in between. Off of the glove of Jose Strangelove. The throw to first will not be in time as Alex Hatman is too fast.
Now back, the right fielder.
Is Levi Booth too furious?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lucio and Buck are not related. Maybe adopted? Nice
Maybe
to
half
see you,
brothers.
Elder. Sorry, continue.
Maybe half brothers.
Full counts to Levi Booth. Right side, that one's through. Will Hatman try third? No. Conrad's got a bit too much of an arm.
Now batting, the left fielder. Number
Oh, they're married, actually. Who took whose name? Or were they both? Wait, were they both just named Ball and then they got married? Haley Angeles, last time up, she had a 2 RBI double,
Ooh.
and
I
this
was gonna
time
say-
she's gonna pop out.
Knights really needed to take advantage here, but 1-1 pitch popped up in foul territory for round number 2. Up to
Here's a
Vinny Bates now.
locked-in Vinny Bates, 2 for 3.
Gotta get one. Gotta get one.
Right side, will it be Bomber Special? Archie Conrad makes the grab, and we'll head into the 8th. Keeps the Lumberjacks lead at 5.
now batting, the center fielder. Number 1.
Here is 0 for 3 Speedy Gonzalez against the locked-in Dante Smalls. Broken bat. Andy Gibbon throw the first in time, 1 gone.
The crazy thing about this league is the Retrievers beat the Lumberjacks a week ago.
So therefore, Retrievers are better than the Knights.
Transitive property, sure.
Even though the Retrievers lost to the Knights. This one into left, that will drop down. Denver Brainstorm's board. But, you know, Whitney, we saw this last season. I forget what the Jacks record was. But they kind of floundered at the start a little bit. They kind of had a resurgence in the second half of the season. Runner takes off for a second. The throw by Bates is not in time. Denver Brainstorm is into second. And then made it all the way to the Heroic Conference Finals, where they lost to a very good Retrievers side.
I'm sorry, I basically kind of dropped there for like a couple minutes.
Basically, like we've seen the same thing from the Lumberjacks in season 5, where they kind of had a very uneventful season, and then came out of nowhere to get all the way to the Heroic Conference Finals, where they lost to the Heroic Conference champions, the Retrievers.
Mm-hmm.
Offhand, DDC and Nohamas, if you're still in there, or if you know, what seed were they last year?
Were the Lumberjacks?
Yeah, that's to the right side. Runner's at third. Runner will stay at third.
Let's see. Lumberjacks were the number 2 seed. They won the division in game 15 versus the Vikings. I should have remembered that.
Yeah, they had a relatively uneventful season, and then kind of came in there to get the conference or get the division. And while everybody else was focused on Retrievers and Skulls, Lumberjacks had a pretty nice outing for themselves. making it all the way to the conference finals. And now they are 6 defensive outs away from taking game 1 against the number 3 seed.
Really big for the Knights that they didn't let that runner from third score, though. Keeping it at least possible. Still need 5, though, with 6 outs left.
Here is Andy Gibbon. 2-2 count. And this ball is launched into center, but right before the track is Gonzalez as that ball dies.
Jacked.
One gone, and here is Dave Sacred. You know, I don't even say jacked anymore. That ball did die, though.
Yeah, it kind of felt good off the bat, but it didn't have the speed. Too high of a launch angle.
Especially into almost straightaway center there. Will this one stay in play? It will not. 0-2 to Sacred. And Sacred is aboard with the bomber special. And Lucille Ball, did he just go from locked in to neutral? Yes, he just went from locked in to neutral. Here's 0 for 3, rock back, runner at first. And I'll tell you, the Lumberjacks have found a way to keep this Knights offense, this powerful Knights offense, relatively quiet, but will it stay that way as this is into center? That's going to be right off of the wall. Will the runner at third go home? They will. Denver Brainstorm makes the relay throw. Not in time, and the Knights are down by 4.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Dan was immediately like, are you kidding me?
Ball outside.
So here's Kenya Wisto for 3 today. Sending the glacier around third. Oh, he didn't like that the runner was coming home. That's what he didn't like.
Gotta be aggressive when you're down that much. Ooh, almost hit him.
That is what she said. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, right to Reed. She'll step on the bag. 2 gone. Runner advances to third. Here is 0 for 3, July Newton.
Number 18.
Top of the order after her. This one fouled into right. This will get out of play. That
one of
had
the
a lot of
crew-
carry on it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets rung up there. Caught looking. And we're heading into the 9th. The number 6 seed. We're looking at the potential second time geez, words are freaking hard, guys. We're looking at a potential day 1 sweep of the 6 seeds over the number 3 seeds. And overall, 3 of the 4 lower seeds getting the upset. Although, again, I wouldn't necessarily call yours an upset. And that somehow gets in between Gibbon, July, and Booth. Drops down
Bermuda
for
Triangle.
Yeah, Bermuda Triangle. And here is Shelby Callens now.
No, inside.
Would you say this would be the most surprising result of today? If this holds?
Yeah, I would probably say so.
This one into ride. That
Is
one's
that gonna get
fouled.
down? No.
Well, you know, we talked about this Lumberjacks team, especially once we got into the play-ins, that they are a very resilient team, and they actually came back against the Walkers, if I remember correctly.
Number 5.
This is the Lumberjack squad that since they've came in here in season 4, they have made the postseason every single season, won the Super Series in their first season, got to conference finals last season, and this season, their first losing season at 6-8, but still just a very resilient squad and a very, very tough, heroic Legends division between the Knights, the Dragons, the Vikings,
Number 48.
heck, even the Walkers.
Yeah, Lumberjacks are usually always up for a fight. They could score runs, man.
July
Oh,
Newton
July Newton.
suctions that in. Dot is all steps on the back. He pauses saying, hey, I'm saying you were a good Walker squad. But the Lumberjacks 3 outs away.
Now batting,
from taking game 1 of this series and forcing an elimination game for the Knights tomorrow at Apple Fields.
I will put some respect on Smalls' name. Like he did what he was supposed to. Just his offense is not so far. But ball's about to get pulled here. He's in the red, so things could get interesting.
Full count, he misses. Hatman gets to first. I will note that Knights at Lumberjacks will be the first game tomorrow. That'll do it for Lucio Ball. Bug Dates is the one who gets the call.
Let's see, Bug Dates. I'm trying to remember which one that one is, because we talked about these pitchers for the Lumberjacks in that play-in game. Bug Dates is actually the one who saved the bacon for the Lumberjacks. He's the best one apart from Ball, but does give up one in the gap here.
And
Gonna rattle around.
third, head home, and Knights are now down by 3.
But Bud Dates, 5 1/3 innings pitched. Only give it up 1 earned run, a 1.68 ERA, and a 1.5 WHIP.
This one up the middle. Will Hatman round third? Hatman is going
Uh-oh.
home. This is
Ooh,
close.
it's getting close.
Not in time. Levi Booth, the balls of this man, and now Vinny Bates is one swing away from tying this game at 9.
I really thought the throw was going to be in time.
Oh, that was close. That was so close. And now 3-0 counts here. Dates is tense. It's a 4-pitch walk. Bates represents the tying run, and Andy Gibbon represents the walk-off win. 0 for 2 today. 2 walks, and Bug Dates cannot find the zone.
Nope.
We've seen this from this Lumberjack squad. The bullpen at times can be hairy. And it's another 4-pitch walk. The bases are loaded. Here is Dave Sacred, 1 for 4. Nobody out. The go-ahead run at first. The tying run 180 feet away. This is to center. It will be a 1-run game.
Ooh. She cut that off awful fast. I think it probably would have been late, but might have been close.
1 swing away from winning the game or tying it. 1 swing away from the Lumberjacks eking it out. This one is in the ground. Winners thought about going, and I think they made the right decision there to go back. This one, and it's gonna be Brainstorm to Barco Jr. to first. And time! And the Lumberjacks hold on! The Lumberjacks upset the Knights. They hold it out. It was hairy. They needed all 9 runs tonight. And we are headed the first game tomorrow at Apple Field with the Knights elimination on the line.
I thought he was gonna beat that out. How did he not? He's so fast. What in the world? Someone clip that.
What
we need to go to the
game.
replay booth.
Well, Levi Booth is the one it was a pretty close score as well that he made it, and it was looking bases loaded, nobody out. But the Knights fall just short. 2-hit Knights for 5 different Lumberjacks. Brainstorm, Tygo, Ball, Reed Strangelove. 3 home runs for the away side. For the Knights, home runs by Hatman and Booth. 2-hit games by Angeles and
backward.
Bates. Heimerdinger will get the win with 4 earned runs. Miles Hurley gets the loss with 7 earned runs. So, as the player of the game will be Levi Booth, followed by Alex Hatman and then Haley Angeles.
Knights swept it and lost.
The Knights swept it and lost.
What's
I will
been
note,
with these MVPs these last 2 weeks?
Yeah, MVPs have been pretty wonky. So this is where it leaves us. The Knights need to win tomorrow, and if they do, Shaz Leather comes back for the Wednesday game. So tune in tomorrow around 7:30 p.m. Central start time. It'll be myself and Square. We've got Knights at Lumberjacks to kick things off at Applefield. It'll be Hurley, or not Hurley. It'll be
Yep, Franks.
It'll be Franks versus, I'll need to change that. Franks versus Steel Flex. Then we've got Wildcats at Ball Players. Bo Dan versus Fitzmagic at Emerald Diamond. The number 6 seeds trying to knock off the number 3 seeds in that first half. And then for the second half, we've got Dragons at Overdrafts at Tiger Den, Hannah Bradley versus Margie Rex. And then finally, our nightcap, Cyclones at Bombers, Kyle Edwards versus Katarina Ducato at Emerald Diamond again. So before we go, Whitney, your final thoughts on today.
Crazy sets of games today. Like, unreal. Like, absolutely mad. Like, we've had 3 offensive games, a game decided by a robbed home run. Like, and this is just day 1 of playoffs. Like, we've got another month of this.
Well, if this is what Season 6 playoffs is like, sign me up, which I have to because I think I'm casting every single game as it is anyways. We will see you tomorrow at 7:30 with myself and Squared on the call. Thank you so much to Whitney for joining me. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been the SSB on Twitch, and until next time, keep on rigging, everybody.